Hi everyone, my name's Chris. I'm the CRM director at ResDiary, and today I'm just going to show you a little bit about Nudge and how it integrates with ResDiary and makes it easier for ResDiary clients to create, send, and track um, some email campaigns via Nudge. So I'm going to go first of all into the email section. And I just want to create a campaign, so I'm just going to click on the green Create Campaign button, and I get in some basic details about the campaign itself. So the first thing is the subject line, and we're going to call this one Friday Test. And I can have multiple subject lines, and then Nudge will split the send equally between those subject lines, and the analytics will appear equally, split equally between those as well. I can also put in a pre-header. Now, pre-header is what's shown in your inbox at the index level. So you usually get from the subject line and then the first line of the email, and that's what the pre-header is. And you can define whether you wish it to show within the main body of the email, so once you click through to view. So we're just going to have this one as the pre-header being steak this Christmas, and we will show that pre-header in the email. I can then choose when I want to send it. So this one's going to go on the 24th of November at 4 o'clock, but we work on 15-minute increments. You can choose the name of the sender, but it will always come from a ResDiary Nudge domain. We can also add Google Analytics tracking as well, so if you've got funnels set up. So that's the basic details. The next step is to go and define who's going to get the campaign. Stakeouts only have 2 venues, so we're just going to pick one of them. You can see there's 122,724 people. It's too many people to send a single campaign to, unless it's a very generic campaign. So really what we want to try and do is generate better customer engagement by being more focused around the people that are going to receive our campaigns. And through that, we will get better engagement and better conversion and better loyalty. So what I want to do is I want to send this campaign out to anyone who's booked twice or more in the last year. But I do have other abilities as well if I want to create a target based on age or gender, birthdays between particular dates, key company contacts, whether they're a VIP, and whether they're within or without a particular postcode. I can also include or exclude based upon a particular email address or domain. But what I'm particularly interested in this scenario is reaching people who've had 2 or more reservations in the last 12 months. So here, at the reservations tab, I can do that. So we can include or exclude based upon a particular behavior. A good example of an exclude is that people may have been, for example, sending Christmas campaigns for the last 3 months, and now they're starting to discount heavily in the final run-up to Christmas, so they want to exclude anyone who's already booked between the 1st of July and the end of November for a particular date. So they don't. So those people don't get the campaign showing all the discounts. But I want to show anyone who's had 2 or more, so we can leave that one open, bookings between, and then I'm going to choose between the 1st of November 2016 and today. So we'll do it to the 24th. Now you can see that we've got 436 recipients, which equates to 0.36% of the 122,000 possible recipients. We can also, if we wished, use the promotional field as well. So we can target people based upon whether they've had promotions and also whether they've redeemed them and whether they've redeemed them within particular date ranges. Now you can target people based upon the date of the reservation or the date they made their inquiry for their reservation. We also have a tag facility as well, so These are behavioural attributes. You can reach people based upon, let's say they like red wine or something, and you tag them as that, or they're Chelsea supporters. And you can also filter based upon feedback ratings, which are derived from the good visit email that's sent out to customers the day after their reservation. But we're only, in this scenario, just going to target those people that have had 2 or more reservations in the last year. So we've done that. The next stage now is to go and build the campaign. So now we're in the campaign editor. In the top left, you've got some template options. Custom HTML lets you upload your own HTML. So if you've got a campaign that isn't suited to using the editor, is going to be a really unique thing, then you could upload a file. We then have responsive newsletter, responsive promotion extended. These are all fixed templates. They are what they are, and you can't really drag in extra content blocks. You just go and put your content in and then send them. And then we've got the one that we're on at the moment, which is responsive campaign. And this is where you're going to build your own campaign using draggable content blocks from the right-hand side. Now, when we work with clients, we deploy all their branding from the get-go. So we give them access to an email template builder, and they identify the colors and the fonts that they wish to use, and then we drop in their logos as well. So all the colors that you see are client-derived. All the fonts that you see are client-derived. And what I do is I simply, I've got all these content blocks on the right-hand side, and there's obviously quite a lot of them, but you just drag them over and you build your own campaign. And you can drop in all various bits and bobs as you see fit. And it's worthwhile having a play with these things, because with the builder, because you really do get to understand more about what is possible and what isn't possible. We also have lots of various call-outs, etc. Yeah. Then you just click on a particular item. You can drop in an image, and you build your campaign as you see fit. Now, each of these images, the full width of the page there of the campaign is 620 pixels. So that's the biggest that you can go. How obviously the height is variable on a per image basis. Nudge won't resize them down to that particular height, but it will resize it to a particular width and scale it accordingly. With the buttons, you just click on it and then make the changes as you see fit, write the text in, and then you see the little globe with the link. You put in a little URL there. With the text, you just click on it, edit the text as you see fit, or underline it, change the colours, do as you see fit to it, really. And then you can see what it looks like. You can put in a full width image here. Change the buttons. Now all the social media links, etc., are dropped in automatically, as is the postmaster stuff at the bottom as well. Then we can click on HTML preview, and we can see what it's going to look like. I mean, it's not the most beautiful campaign. That's probably because I've designed it. And then you've got a text preview as well. And then if you're ready for the next stage, then you can send a preview to yourself. I shall send that to my nudge address. And then if you want, you can then, this delivery slot's been taken, so we'll need to take another one, but you can just click ready to send and save, and then it will schedule to go at that particular time. And then we can have a look at the campaign itself, how it comes into my email. And there we go. So we'll have a quick look at some of the analytics as well. So this is Drake and Morgan that use Nudge quite extensively for their email sending. So we'll have a quick look at one of the campaigns that they've just sent. So this is one that was sent on the 30th of October. And we can just go and click on that. And we can see over time opens and click-throughs. So the blue line is opens, red line is click-throughs. You see this one only had 4.2% of opens, which is pretty appalling. 22 people clicked on it, and we can see what links they clicked on. We can see the reasons for cancellation. You can see that 10 people also unsubscribed. And then we've got an HTML overlay as well. We would if it wasn't broken.